My name is Scott Baldridge. I'm president of ADIS Real Estate Group. A few years back, I don't know where my partner is, David Iskowitz and I formed a group called Hope Street Development Group with the sole focus of really looking at coming up with innovative, faster solutions, better ways of taking care of those that are the greatest need. Along with several other partners here, we came up with different systems in terms of modular construction to see if that could help expedite the process. Every project we've done, we've tried to learn how to make them a little bit more either quicker to build, a little more friendly to live in, understand the clientele and what their needs are, and I think we've gotten better with each one. We have now 4 PSH projects in the LA area that are either built or almost built. We have these 2 are fully operational. We have 1 that should be opening up, depending on which contractor you talk to, but should be early April. And the other one, which is the first of its kind, where we actually created a campus-style PSH transitional building all in one facility, separate buildings, and that should be opening up in May. We're really excited about that. But in addition, our group has done 5 transitional facilities, board and cares. We've done 2 shelters for the city. We've got applications in now to the beach round to provide more acute care facilities. So we are totally vested in this area and the need, to address it. And we're really excited that we've been able to get this one open. And it's so far, I don't know if there's any wood around here, it's operating fantastic. And so I had to do a sheet because there's so many people. These buildings don't get built really quickly or easily. So everything from kind of the pre-development, stage where we had several conversations with Councilmember Price and their staff, their thoughts, their concerns, what they would like to see. They were very instrumental in it. We have the city attorney's office was helpful because there's always little challenges that we think we can do, but doesn't say we can do. But so they helped us out. Obviously, our architect, KTGY, making sure we're complying with all the code issues. This project, as well as the other, was funded by Triple H. So Diane Maddenley, the whole Triple H team, was very, very helpful. And of course, couldn't have done this without DLA Piper, Sarah and Jerry there. I'm sure they just got sick of us calling us, telling them we need help now. And then from the construction side, of course, we have Hoffman Construction is here. They did a fantastic job. We had our construction lender, ATAX. I don't know if Frank's here. Bercadia, I saw Fred is here. Of course, Golden State Bank was early in, helping us with putting together some of the loans. Our equity investor, RBC Capital. Again, all these pieces all have to kind of work together. And then, of course, none of that matters unless it operates well. And that's what I'm the most excited about, that we've got a great team. We have our I don't know if I've seen them, but our managing general partner, Riverside Charitable, is our managing general partner. Thank you, Ken. Of course, our management company, FPI, the Exodus team has been fantastic. They've great collaboration between property management, social services, and of course, it doesn't work without DHS involvement and Brilliant Corners helping run it. We had a situation where I called them. We got our TCO in November. I told them I had to fill the building by the end of the year. They worked tirelessly through the weekend. They made sure we were 100% full by December 30th, so I can enjoy my December 31st. And of course, we're so grateful to have you, Mayor, here, because we know your commitment that more of this is needed. And I know you're going to be dedicated and to help kind of expedite, speed up the process so we can get more of these going. So thank you. And I think with that, Leslie. So I was speaking about the great Exodus. So Leslie Murch, we'd love for her to come up and speak.
Hi, I'm Leslie Murch, Chief Programs Officer with Exodus Recovery, and it's so nice to see you all here, especially you, Mayor Bass and Councilman Price. This is such an important, momentous occasion, opening another permanent supportive housing site like this. Exodus Recovery, for those of you that know us, we have a very large presence in LA County, providing an entire continuum of care, starting with crisis mental health services, physical health services, a lot of social service coordination and care, substance use disorder services. We go where the most vulnerable and the most marginalized populations exist, and we help to get people off the street and into wonderful projects like this, where we are very pleased to partner with David Rubin and David Itzkovitz and Scott Baldridge and Hope Street Development Group as the on-site service provider, providing case management, care coordination, really doing whatever it takes to help our residents thrive and grow and obtain the well-being that we all know they deserve once they come indoors into a beautiful location like this. But really, I'm here to introduce the most important person who has agreed to speak to you all about his experience. One of our residents, Keegan Kovash, who was lucky, very happy to move in here in December, and would just like to speak to you a little bit about his experience here. So, Keegan, if you could come forward. And again, Keegan is who we all do this work for, so make him welcome.
Seems a little high. Hi, my name's Keegan Kovash, and I'm honored to say a few words today as a new resident of Hope on Broadway. Hope on Broadway is giving me like another chance to live a little bit better than I was. I was homeless for 3 years in Council District 9, right off of this street. But you know, it's hard out there. Like, you know, it's not fun. It's a struggle. You know, people look at you funny. You feel ashamed. You know, like you feel like you can do better. Some days are better than others. Some days are worse. You know, and everybody's so quick to just turn and look the other way. You know, just kind of sucks. You know, like sometimes it feels like, you know, people are just not even human at times. You know, but I don't know. You know, it's hard to get back on your feet when you don't have a home, and I don't have any family that's still, you know, that's still alive and that's still around. You know, they all passed on. So that's pretty much why, you know, Hope on Broadway, this project meant so much to me, because it's provided me with, you know, like I said, another chance to do something with myself. I have a home of my own. You know, I was making a joke earlier about, like, you know, having dishes. So no more styrofoam. Other people's styrofoam, you know. Imagine that. But anyways, you know, they had dishes. I was like, hey, my own dishes. Just the little things, you know. Have somewhere to come, and it's your space. You know, you design it. I'm well, not design it, but you know, you interior decorate how you want, and you know, make it the best that you can. You know, what I like most about it is it's like, well, obviously it's brand new. You know, so it's like super duper nice. You know, I was like, yeah, I'm the first person to ever take a bath in here. You know, this is my toilet, and I'll do what I want with it. Yeah, that kind of stuff. You know, like some people don't think about that. You know, but like those are little things that, you know, are important. You know, like. Because, you know, it gives you like you feel like you belong, you know, like, you know, you're proud of it, you know. What I like most about it is it's just, man, they're there for you. Like, you know, they check in on you, and you got someone to talk to and tell them about your day. You know, but most people in the world, they don't care, you know. But these guys, it's not small talk. They really care, you know. You know, they have a conversation, they remember the conversation, and they'll ask you about it later, you know, like. You know, so it's something real, which is not easily come across. You know, let's see here. I'd like to thank everyone who helped make this possible. All the construction, all the money, you know, all the things that put it here and made it what it is. I really appreciate it. So at the end of the day, if you know things aren't going right in your next project, just remember that someone's happy about the one you finished. You know. You know, I know there's a lot of people that made it happen, and I have no idea, but, you know, I just appreciate that the walls are there, and the wind was going the other day, and the walls are still there, so we're good, you know? Yeah. I'd like to thank Brian and Hillary, especially for helping me out the most. They're the ones that handle all my paperwork and lead me in the directions I need to go. Um, Other than that, I'd like to say, honestly, thank you very much for this opportunity, and I'm gonna go enjoy my home.
Hi everyone, my name is Sarah Hernandez. It's hard to go after that because those are real words, and I appreciate what Keegan was saying about the small things, because I am a land use attorney with DLA Piper, along with the managing partner of our land use group, Jerry Newman. We're the land use attorneys here for Hope on Broadway, Hope Development Group, and I can tell you that it is the small things that have definitely kept us up at night in terms of making sure that this project gets to where it is today. And we really, it's been an incredible journey just trying to really truly understand how projects like this get done in the city of Los Angeles and how we can improve to make it faster, quicker, cheaper down the road. But we are here today because we have a champion in the 9th District. Councilmember Price, born and raised here in the 9th, understands this district inside and out. He was elected in 2013 and was overwhelmingly reelected in 2017 and 22. Most recently was named President Pro Tem for the City Council in 2023. And what I think we can all appreciate is that the council members really focused on building a more thriving future for working class families here in this district, which is directly related to the efforts that we have around homelessness and housing. He understands how important these projects are in uplifting people in our community, and I'd like us all to just join me in welcoming Councilmember Curran Price. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. You read it just like I wrote it. No, just kidding. But to Madam Mayor, Madam City Attorney, our friends, special guests, neighbors, welcome to the new 9th. This is an exciting day, isn't it? Yeah, give yourselves a hand. This is a very beautiful, supportive housing project, another beautiful, supporting housing project I'm just so proud of. Special shout out to our mayor and to our city attorney who are here with us and who really symbolize the commitment that this city has towards projects like this. And so, ladies, I'm just proud of your presence and look forward to hearing from both of you. We know that CD9 and South LA have experienced its share of ups and downs, lots of downs, but we've worked tirelessly to pioneer growth in our community. We want to make sure that our community benefits like others around our city as well. And so this Hope on Broadway is really symbolic of that. In fact, it's going to provide 48 units of permanent supportive housing and giving residents like the one you heard from earlier another chance. And so we're really excited about the collaboration with Exodus. We know that the provision of social services is just as important as providing the housing. And unless those two are linked, we've got some issues. Back in 2020, I championed efforts to allocate over $25 million of TEFRA and HHH funding to bring this project into fruition. So I'm proud today we're finally seeing that pay off. At times like these, every unit counts. And it's important that we do everything we can to bring more people off the streets. Of course, it wouldn't be possible without the work of AIDA's Real Estate Group. We appreciate their focus on building this project, a sustainable and environmentally friendly project, again, serving the chronically homeless in our community. And another shout out to Exodus Recovery, who you heard from briefly. But again, they're going to be providing the necessary health care services for residents in this building. It's important that we have the collaboration with the developer, with a nonprofit service provider, to make sure that we are providing services, much needed services in our community. And so again, we appreciate Scott and Leslie for your efforts. Let's give them a hand again, please. And again, I want to thank them and you for your supporting projects just like this. This is a great location for supportive housing. It lies right here in the Broadway corridor that we've been working hard to improve. In fact, Madam Mayor, there are about 11 projects in and around this corridor that are going to provide more than 500 units of housing over the next 12 months. And so we're really excited at that. In fact, in the past 4 years, our district has received more than 4,500 units of affordable and homeless housing. This includes over $94 million in HHH funding and $103 million in city-funded affordable housing projects. And so again, just a demonstration of the money being deployed and the results provided. But together, including the market rate housing, we estimate that there will be another 7,600 units of housing completed by 2024, right here in CD9 alone. The mayor's Executive Directive 1, which was issued and put into effect on December 16th, which just happened to be my birthday, although no relation. But her efforts are helping us reach the goals of providing affordable housing, not just in CD9, but really citywide. And so again, her efforts in pioneering a streamlined approach, greatly reducing the permit time. The clearance process is going to permit more Angelinos to find housing. And I don't have the exact time frame, but I know that this project was completed well within 24 months after beginning, and it was at I don't know if it's a dramatically reduced price, but certainly a more competitive price that we think is going to be very important. But again, we can't thank Mayor Bass enough for making strides to really call attention to the problem that homelessness is. It's a public health problem that impacts us all. So again, we appreciate her leadership, her tireless leadership in this effort. And I appreciate all of you being here, supporting the cause one way or another as a part of the development team, during the development, or post, that have, again, committed resources to our community, to this project and to our community. But now it's my pleasure to present the city's strongest advocate for housing of all kinds, be it temporary, be it homeless, be it supportive, be it market, be it special need housing. She is a pioneer and a true leader, and she is also our mayor, the Honorable Karen Bass.
Thank you. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I will tell you the highlight of the little time I've been in office have been to go to ribbon cuttings and to see all of the work that has been done by the great leaders in our city. And Councilman Price, you have built so much in the 9th District. You've really done a lot here, and we need to give him another round of applause. Because you're talking about a district that is absolutely severely impacted by the issue of homelessness, and you've built a lot of housing. But you know what? The call has to be for housing to be built everywhere in the city, not just in the 8th District, not just in the 9th District. And then there's so many parts of the system that are so dysfunctional, whether it's the length of time for permitting, whether it's the expense, or whether it's the coordinated entry system that determines who goes where. And we have to make sure that the housing that is built here is able to address the people that live in the 9th. And so we're looking at all of that. So I launched Inside Safe. Inside Safe is just one component of an overall strategy, which is getting people out of tents today into motels, with the idea that the next step is for housing exactly like this, permanent supportive housing for those that need it. But at the same time, we have to expedite the building, all of the projects that are stalled for one reason or another. They might be stalled because they're waiting for a permit, or they might be stalled because of funding gaps. And so we've been looking at all of that. We've been making sure that we could expedite DWP and fire. Everybody talks about DWP and fire, making sure that we can move it through the process. We've been looking for resources to close the gaps So while we have been getting people off the streets, out of tents, into motels, and again, that's just one part, we've also been fast tracking projects that developers tell us all the time is stalled because of one reason or another, and eliminating the bureaucratic processes is really important. The other thing that I've been amazed at is that some of this bureaucracy, I always thought it was created by the federal government or the state government. We actually did it to ourselves, which means if we did it to ourselves, we can undo it. And so looking at bureaucracy that we can unwind. So I want you to know that we're thinking about your future projects. I know there's another one you're working on that I did hear today, that because of some calls, we were able to move things quicker, and we're going to continue to do that. And I will just say to the developer community, let us know if you're waiting, because we can fast track it. So I just want to thank you for the opportunity to be here today. And then I also want to talk about my partner, our city attorney, who's going to speak in a minute. You will hear from Feldstein Soto. We'll talk to you in a minute, Heidi, who has become not just our city attorney, but to me, a dear friend and collaborator, because the whole city has to work together. And I know I was just whispering in her ear several problems that we're having in one area or another, and we meet weekly to talk about this. So one of the other areas of dysfunction that was going on is not just the finger pointing between the city and the county, but the dysfunction between the mayor's office and the council, the city attorney. But we are all working together now. You should know that. The finger pointing has ended. We were in alignment with the federal government, the state government, the county, and the city. And we definitely have met bumps in the road. But the point is the commitment is there, the communication is there. And I'm just really, is our city attorney coming up next? Do I have the opportunity to just usurp your role and introduce her? Good. Well, I just want you to know that she is a powerhouse. We had a ceremony on the floor of council on the other day, because it was International Women's Day, and it was wonderful to see 6 women from the city council to talk about the 5 women on the board of supervisors. First ever woman elected to be the city attorney of Los Angeles, and I want everybody to know that these projects can't move forward without her leadership and her power as well. So welcome our city attorney, Heidi Feldstein Soto.
I don't quite know what to say. Thank you, Madam Mayor. Good morning y buenos días a todos. I'm Heidi Feldstein Soto, nacida y criada en San Juan, Puerto Rico, para ellos que hablan español. I am a longtime Angelina, and I'm very proud to be serving as your 43rd Los Angeles City Attorney. I want to profoundly thank Councilmember Curran Price for his tireless work. Okay, it's been said before, and I'm going to say it again, to bring really needed resources to the 9th District, and for your public service, sir, to all of our city and our communities. Appreciate you. I cannot thank Mayor Karen Bass enough for coming home to serve, for her leadership of our city, for her unwavering commitment to solve, not just move around, but solve our issues with homelessness. You bring hope. Hope not just to Broadway, but hope to all of LA. So thank you, Madam Mayor. We're all gathered here to celebrate the completion of a permanent supportive housing project. Thank you very much for bringing it to completion. It's not an easy thing to do in our city. I hope that Broadway will provide a home to dozens for years to come, and will bring the services and the resources and the care that is necessary to keep people inside safe, and with the help of Exodus, to empower us to forge a path forward for the people who live here. I've said it before and I'll say it again. We cannot arrest or settle our way out of homelessness. We cannot litigate our way out of homelessness. We need to build, we need to empower, and we need to, as we like to say in Puerto Rico, keep going pa' arriba y pa'lante, onward and upward. In Spanish, the word hope translates to esperanza. Esperanza means to wait for that which is to come. I'm going to say that I would have said Los Angeles is at an inflection point, but the waiting is over. It is time for action. And under our mayor's leadership, under the leadership of City Council, and yes, under a renewed spirit of cooperation rather than fiefdom and competition, I think our city is coming together to get things done. I hope to do my part not only in the declaration of a local emergency, but in designing a framework to expedite the building approval and permitting structures, to put our office in a position to make sure that the ordinances and the zoning and the pieces of the puzzle that are necessary for a master plan that will work smoothly and by right conform to state and federal law and to the policy needs of our policymakers. In honor of Women's History Month, I want to return to the classic call for action to close for strength from one of my personal sheroes, and I'm sure many of yours, Dolores Huerta. Si se puede, siempre se puede.